Hi everyone, my name is Coach Steve and thank you very much for buying my strength and conditioning plan. So before we go into the nuts and bolts of how your plan will work and how hopefully it will improve you as an athlete, some quick admin. By now you should have received a kickoff email from us with a 30-day free coupon for Training Peaks Premium and also a link to the closed Facebook group that is the Smarties, where you have access to coaches and peers to help you with triathlon and training related queries. If you haven't, it's because you did not check the little box that said allow coach access you via email. So if that's the case and you want to get your hands on the goodies, just email us at info@smartenduranceSolutions.com. We'll add you to the database and then you will have access to those nice new things. Another benefit, which I would highly recommend, if you subscribe to our channel, you'll get notifications about when we upload the latest training content and advice on how to improve you on your triathlon journey. So please take that advantage. Okay, so let's talk about the plan. So a brief explanation about how the plan will work and progress you through the journey. In order to improve during your strength program, you can either change one of three elements as you get stronger and fitter. You can either increase your sets, your reps, or the weights / resistance. Now, sets and reps are terms to use to describe the number of times you perform an exercise. A rep is the actual specific exercise, and a set is the number of cycles you complete that exercise. So for example, in a bench press, you might do 15 reps of a bench press. That's one set. But in that program, you might do 3 sets of that repetition. So you're actually doing the exercise 45 times, but it's broken into 15, 15, and 15. And as you progress through the plan, as you feel more comfortable in the plan, you can start either adding on additional repetitions or weights. So that so your bench press program might start off with 3 sets of 10, and then after a week, when you're feeling a bit stronger, it goes to 3 sets of 12. And then when you're feeling comfortable with that, you actually might add on additional weight, and again you build up the progression that way. So it's all about slowly building over time and making sure that you are increasing the stress in your body in a very controlled manner, either by increasing the repetitions, the number of sets, and then finally the weights. So here are some key tips to bear in mind before you start off in your strength program. It's vital that you do a warm-up before you actually start any of the exercises, and this should be cardio based. So build in time for a light jog, a brisk walk, some dynamic stretching, and the purpose of this is to get your heart rate up and the blood flowing around your system and your muscles warmed up. And this is key to making sure that you're not going to risk injury while doing hard exercise on cold, unwarmed up muscles. Second key tip that we'll talk about is actually learning proper technique. Now, in the program, and as you'll see in the next sections, there are video demonstrations of each of the key exercises, and also for the options to do at home. But it's vital that you get very familiar with these exercises, that you perform the exercises correctly, because poor technique can lead to injury. So study. Make sure that you're comfortable with the key development points I talked through in each of the videos. And then also, if you are in a gym and you have that option, ask a gym instructor, by the way, I'm doing this exercise for the first time. Can you check my form? Can you see if I'm doing anything wrong? And flag if I'm doing anything I need to change. Make sure you get it right, and then you'll be able to build on that from then. So the next couple of tips we talk about actually knowing what your options are and determine your correct starting point. So if first point is know your options. If this is your first time to a kind of a gym, You'll be blown away by the amount and variety of equipment there. There's dumbbells, there's kettlebells, there's resistance bands, and all sorts of machines, etc. So don't be fooled into thinking you have to use the dumbbells or the barbells that you've seen on the TV. Do check what the options are and see what actually fits best with you. It may be a case that you're more comfortable using some of the machine weights because they actually make sure you do good technique. It might be a case you're coming from a low base that you have to start off with literally body weight exercises. That is okay. Make sure you find the right equipment for you and stick to that with your prescribed exercise. The next point we talk about is finding what is your starting point. Again, if you're not coming from a weightlifting background or a gym background, you don't know what you should start off. So for me, it's a simple conservative approach. You start off literally with just the bar or just the lowest weight that is possible, and you see how that feels, and you see whether or not you can complete the number of sets and repetitions for for day one. And if you can, well then you have the option of moving up the weights until you get to the point where it's a little bit more of a struggle to complete all the exercises without kind of feeling tired at the end. But you're better off starting conservatively and then building up rather than going too heavy, too hard, and potentially risking injury. So start low, build up in a progressive manner. Okay, so now we'll talk through the exercises that are in the plan. Now again, this is just to give you background on the muscle groups that are targeted. As I said, the plan outlines how you start off in terms of your sets, your reps, and which exercises to do on each individual day. Do bear in mind that you'll see that the exercises are broken into upper body and lower body, and they alternate that way. Again, very logically designed that you don't try to overload the same muscle groups in any sort of one day or in a series of days, because again, that increases the risk of injury. But we'll talk through the different exercises, and again, all the video demonstrations are in the links below for both the either gym option or the do it at home option. Okay, so bench press is our first of the upper body exercises that targets our chest. Again, improves our core strength, which is key for assisting injury avoidance, and mainly we get the main benefit in terms of the swim stroke, where we get a bumper power. We also have to hold ourselves upright in terms of on the bike, etc. But mainly kind of a swim benefit. Next exercise is the lateral pull downs, which target our upper back, and we get a lot of strength from our power stroke from and our catch phase from our lats, so that's key for us. And again, it's a vital part of the core part of our body. Next up is our dumbbell pullover, which again targets our upper chest, core strength, and power in the swim stroke, so good to have. Bicep curls targets upper arms and biceps, and it gives us more power in our catch for our swim stroke. Now here's onto the real good stuff that all the triathletes are interested in, our running and our cycling. Lower body exercises, we have backward lunges in the plan, which target our adductors and our glutes, and again it gives us more power in our push phase for our running and also for our upward stroke of our pedal stroke on the bike. Leg extensions, this targets our upper legs and quads. This builds great for building muscle mass, and again that turns into kind of powerful muscles to drive off our run, and also kind of power in our pedal stroke. Leg curls, they help our upper leg and hamstrings. Pull through for our running, and again on our downward part of our pedal stroke on the bike, gives us a bit more power and speed. Power when climbing. Squats are in our plan as well, where they hit our glutes and our quads. Again, build power for either climbing when we're running or climbing when we're cycling, or if we're on the flat, that just turns into raw power and speed. So these are really uber pumpers that we want to get hit. Leg press, again, it hits our glutes and our quads, same reason as above. We want those bad boys firing. Calf raises, they target our lower legs and our calves. Again, it's part of the vital part of our kinetic running and cycling chain, and we need to keep them nice and strong. And it can be, if left and not targeted, can be a source of injury. Okay, so they're the key exercises, and as I said, the actual video demos for the at home and also how to do it in the gym are in the comments below. Okay, hope that helps, guys. Okay, guys, you're nearly all set. So you now know what exercises are in the plan. You know the logic where they're broken into upper and lower body and how we try to balance that in the plan, and you'll see that in the plan. You also know what muscle groups we're targeting and why. You also know some key things and tips about, do your warm-up, get proper technique. Again, look at the videos in the links below, and make sure you find the right equipment for you, and find your easy starting weight and build in as the plan progresses. The plan will tell you when to increase your reps and your sets and your weights. Follow it, and it will help you kind of get stronger as you progress through it. One final tip we're going to talk about is about the importance of rest and recovery. By doing strength exercises, you by definition are going to cause little micro tears in your muscles, and when they knit back together, they come back stronger, and that's how we're going to stress muscles to actually make them stronger. And how they so the exercise will put the stress on the muscle, but how they actually recover is from good food, good rest, and good sleep. And again, that's the other part of the equation you need to add into the plan to make sure you get the most out of it. So there you are, guys. Now I hope that was useful. Remember, please to subscribe to the channel, because I will be uploading other kind of key videos that will be of use to you in your triathlon journey. And if you have any questions, you can email me at info@smartenduranceSolutions.com.